Where's your little notepad?
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me in our bedroom for our
Oh.
little program here. Okay, so you made blueberry lemon loaf for our neighbors, and we delivered them today. Let's talk about our day. We watched the Taylor Swift Eras movie. What'd you think, honey?
It was a good time. It was too long.
Yeah, 3 hours.
We were sitting and watching it for much of the time, but then I was baking. We were kind of coming and going. It was just background
Yeah,
noise.
yeah.
It was good.
I
It
brought.
was
I,
visually very stunning.
oh yeah, absolutely. It was an extravaganza. Uh, I brought up the set list. A bunch of websites have the set list. What songs are played when, in chronological order. Uh, Less Evermore, more 1989 is all I'm saying. Too chatty. She's working the crowd, and when it's 60,000 people, crowd work, just I don't need that. And then the biggest sin of all is that she cut off an entire verse of Style,
Yes. Why would she do that?
one of her biggest
Her
hits
best song.
in my top two or three. Um, and and she has 3 hours to play with. Like, I don't understand. Why would you do that, T Swizzle?
Why would she do that? I wonder if she did that with any other songs. I'm not totally familiar with the lyrics of everything, so I
Yeah,
couldn't tell.
yeah. Wildest Dreams was not in the regular concert footage, but it was at the end.
Post-credit scene.
Yeah, another performance, different performance. But why not? Again, one of her biggest hits. Why not throw it in the regular show? Um, Very odd. Uh, and then listen, Person of the Year, whatever. She's made a ton of dough this year. Why didn't she just release it for free? It's $20 to rent. It's $19.89. She's
And
made so much money touring. She re-recorded her albums. That's
oh,
another thing. Why didn't she say, "Hey, there's a verification way. There's a way to verify people. Oh, you bought 1989 in 2000 whatever 12. Here's the free digital copy. Enjoy." It's such a cash grab to me. I don't get it.
And oop.
I don't,
I was gonna
no,
say
no,
something
no.
very important. Oh, okay, I got it.
Go.
And oop.
And is it true that you can only rent it? You can't buy it?
Yes. Yes.
What's up with that,
I don't know.
Taylor?
Yeah, you can only rent it for 24 or 48 hours. Um, she could have been, never mind Person of the Year, Person of the Century, if she said, "Hey, I've made enough money this year. Here's the movie for free. Maybe throw some ads on it or whatever, or just go to my website, go to whatever Hulu. I've made enough. I really appreciate you fans. Scooter Braun was right, honey." Um, I I don't get it. And it's not like she made a production. Like she didn't make A Quiet Place Part 3. She filmed her concert, and I realized there's cameramen and camerawomen or whatever, and staff, and you got to buy a bunch of super duper fancy cameras and staging and all that. I get it. But she put on those shows. She made a ton of dough, a ton of profit already from her tour. She filmed one that she. When is it enough? When is it enough money, Taylor? The baking began at 2:30. I read you were in the kitchen barefoot at my insistence because I'm very into traditional roles. I read the Robin Williams book. It's old. It's not by him. It's not his autobiography, but it looks good. I like to scan the chapters because I don't want to read a whole book. And there's a paragraph on Dead Poet Society and a paragraph on uh, Mrs. Doubtfire that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're gonna summarize that for me so I don't read it myself.
I will. I will. Uh, you ran out of veggie oil in
Well,
the midst.
the baking was a long, arduous process. I
Yeah.
ended up doing 3 batches to
Mm,
get enough for all of the people we were baking for. And
yeah.
at the very end, I ran out of vegetable oil.
So you poured a measuring spoon of what you needed, and it was about 70% full.
Yeah, we're
And
almost there.
I said, honey, I watched the Food Network for a decade of my life in a previous time. It's okay to go with 70% vegetable oil. Do not fill the other 30% with olive oil.
Well, here was our choices.
Yeah.
I could put 70% of the required vegetable oil in the
Hmm.
dish.
Yeah.
You never you never need to stray from the recipe when you're baking. Baking is very
Yeah.
precise. You can't mess with it, or
Yeah.
else everything gets messed up.
Okay, Pioneer Woman.
So that's not an option. Out of
Okay.
the question.
Okay.
Second option, I was going to
Sorry.
fill the remaining amount with olive oil, like mix vegetable with
No,
olive
no, no,
oil, and
no.
that. Luckily, you talked me down from that ledge because
Yeah.
I think that would have been disastrous.
Yeah.
And third option is you, honey, put on some shoes and a shirt and
Yeah.
go to the store for me,
Yeah. Put on my
which
drawers.
which you did
Yeah.
graciously.
Well, you said any vegetable oil, so I went to Dollar Tree. They were completely out of vegetable oil. They had the spray stuff.
No, no, no.
Right. So I walked across the way to the Target and bought some vegetable oil. Everything was saved. You also almost needed some powdered sugar, but
Oh,
everything was
nearly.
okay.
Yeah, that was a close call, but it was fine.
Okay. And a week ago, we bought some blank Christmas cards. They have a cute picture on front, and then you were gonna write an inscription. What did you busted out your Stephen King, honey?
I kept it short and sweet this year because last year we
Oh yeah, we came off as super thirsty. We were like, here's our phone number,
here's our Instagram, here's our phone number, be our friend.
please.
So this year I just kept it Happy Holidays Neighbor
Mm.
from the Nicholases in Unit 1.
Oh, you didn't go with Merry Christmas?
No.
Mm.
But a lot of the cards already said Merry Christmas printed inside.
Mm.
So I didn't want to be redundant.
Mm.
The only person who got a special personalized card was Kathy Bailey.
Mm.
I gushed. I was like, Kathy, we appreciate everything you do for our community. You make
Yeah,
this a lovely place for us to live.
totally.
Because she's our HOA president.
Yeah, she's
Extraordinaire.
big time celebrity. She doesn't know how big of fans we are. You took a paparazzi picture of her
Well,
from our window. She was doing whatever she was doing
she was doing
outside.
her job.
Yeah.
She had a clipboard in hand. I just took it to send to you because you were at work and I wanted to show you.
Celebrities, they're just like us. Uh, but I think you should have gone with Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or because you recently for a family activity time you did the top three. Like we learned about Christmas,
Oh,
we learned about Hanukkah, we learned about Kwanzaa.
yeah.
I think you should have written all three of those.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy St. Lucia Day.
But Christmas was on the card.
Yeah.
But you didn't. You just wrote Happy Holidays. You kept it
I like
general,
happy holidays.
vague. You're not offending anyone. Okay, that's just
I asked you what's more offensive, happy
yeah,
holidays or Merry Christmas?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I just want to make sure that Christmas is somewhere, honey. So the liberals haven't won the war on Christmas, honey. The gosh dang Democrats. Uh, so you're done baking. We were gonna delivery, or we did do deliveries. We were like DoorDash.
mm-hmm.
Uh, you wanted to brush your teeth and do your hair.
Yeah, I was such a hot mess after baking for all those hours. I was like, I gotta get pretty before we go see our neighbors.
Yeah,
But I said, forget it.
yeah,
They're getting me as I am.
yeah. Hashtag I woke up like this. You wore Luna's Crocs. I wore my Adidas slides, and we walked around. Uh, so first off, oh, we wanted to deliver to Lincoln's parents the wins, but Lennox said no, and I see here in my notes he said no, quote, because you guys are cringe, unquote. Well then, he calls us cringe. I call it super fun.
He tells us regularly that we're embarrassing.
Yeah, and I
I don't
went.
know where he gets that from.
I would have loved to deliver to the winds. They give Len so much. They feed him, they clothe him. Lincoln's bike has been in our garage for 2 weeks. Uh, but yeah, Lennox wouldn't let that happen. Also, the Hears, they did not get one because they got marijuana smoke in our home, and they left our Xbox out in the open for hours and hours. D squared, or Debbie and Debbie's daughter, D squared, she wasn't home.
Yeah, she's not home, and who knows when she'll be home again.
Right, she goes missing for weeks and months at a time. So it was whoever's home. we were we were uh, we were desperate. We just moved on to the next one, on to the next one. We went across the way to an older gentleman named Mark, who I've seen, but I've never actually looked in the eye. But it's fine.
It's nice to meet him.
Yeah,
We've lived here all these years. I've never seen this person. I did not recognize him.
he's like a ghost. Older guy, but came to his door. He was thankful, and it was nice to finally put a face to the face. And then Debbie Danko, another Debbie around the way. Uh, well, her thing was a whole deal, honey. So tell us about the Walmart food that somehow came into play.
So you and I were out, and when we came back home, Luna tells us the neighbor Debbie came here and gave us meat. We're like, what?
Yeah,
Luna holds up this Walmart bag, and it has Debbie's name on it.
yeah,
She got a delivery from Walmart, but she did not order all this meat.
yeah,
So she calls Walmart,
yeah.
and they say the only person around you who gets Walmart delivered is the Nicholases, and she gave or Walmart gave our address
Oh dear.
because she knew where to come to find us.
Yeah.
Why would Walmart tell her this personal information?
Violating our privacy.
But I'm not complaining really because
No.
Debbie gave us a bag of meat,
Yeah,
2 huge packs of like thinly sliced flank steaks,
yeah, yeah.
and 3 huge packs of kielbasa
Kielbasa.
sausages.
Yeah, dude.
All this meat, and she was like, "Just keep it. Me and my
Yeah,
husband aren't going to eat it." Amazing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a Christmas miracle.
Well, she said she doesn't cook, right?
Yeah, we were giving her her lemon loaf,
Yeah.
and she said, "Oh, you like baking? I don't bake. I don't cook. I don't do anything." She said, "My husband just throws stuff in the oven." It's
What?
like, okay.
Very
So
confusing, but yeah, we got a ton of red meat and kielbasa in the fridge. D squared. Met Luna. She knows Lennox because Lennox is always out and about on his scooter or whatever. Um, but yeah, we got but $20-$30 in meat. Very odd. Our other neighbor Allison, we dropped off a loaf. Um, no accent. I thought so. She's like Scottish or Irish or whatever.
we thought she was Irish, and now I'm doubting everything.
Yeah,
But I feel like it's like a what?
it's like Bermuda
What's that
Triangle,
effect?
Black
Like the
Mirror,
Berenstain Bear.
Nelson
Berenstain.
Mandela effect,
Yes.
the Bernstein Bear. Yeah, it's something.
She just had an American accent. I wonder. I'm doubting everything. I don't know what's true anymore.
Does it come and it go? Is it
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm wondering.
when Madonna married Guy Ritchie and all of a sudden she began talking like
Yeah.
this? I don't know. Um, our other neighbor, another lemon loaf too, Socorro. That was a whole deal. So we went over there and she invited us in. We were like, whoa.
Yes, our first inside invite from a neighbor.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah. She has a cute dog, English bulldog, I think. Ugly, but adorable at the same time. That just hung out next to me and I petted it we were there for 15-ish minutes. Talk. She works for the state. Um, she goes in once a week to work. She works from home most of the time. She's Filipino. Her son's in Dixon. Da da da. All this stuff. By the way, she looks fantastic. She's in her mid to late 50s. Like, wow. Wish I was all Asian so I can keep it together like that. Um, but yeah, it was a grand old time.
She's super friendly, and I am so happy we went inside and we had a proper visit.
Yeah, she gave us some confections that she made, which were hecka good. One especially like a mint chocolate with a dough. It's super good. And then she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna bring egg rolls for you later." Well, she asked if you wanted to fry them.
Oh yeah, she said she could fry them and bring them to us later, or give it to us frozen.
Yeah.
And then she asked me if I knew how to fry, and I was like, no, I've never fried anything in my life.
So she just brought them over about a half hour ago. They were super bussin',
Oh
super
my
fresh,
gosh.
hot, crispy, greasy. Um, no sauce, no dipping sauce, but it was so good.
You don't need
I
sauce.
don't need no sauce, dude. Yeah, so I think inviting people in is key.
That's our plan for the next time we have a
Yeah,
neighbor show up our doorstep. We're
yeah,
inviting them in.
yeah. So in 365 days, Allison, come on in, girl. Tell us about your life. Well, it's really like Socorro's lived here since 2014. We've lived here since 2020. And she's like, "So what do you guys do?" It's like, "Oh yeah, it's been 3.5 years and we don't know jack about each other." But yeah, it was a grand old visit. Um, and her dog is adorable. And then Kathy Bailey. So with Kathy Bailey, we are gonna try to link up last night, and then it came to about 7 p.m. She was in Rockland at a basketball game, and then she went out to eat. I was texting her, and so that was in the afternoon, and then in the evening, 7 p.m., I texted, "Hey Kathy, we're turning in because we're old people."
And a oop.
Yeah, once we shower and turn in, or just like we get clean and we get in bed and we'll watch something, we'll start our phones. But after that, I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go outside. I have my I have my idiosyncrasies, honey. It's what makes me unique. I'm a man of extremes. But today, uh, we got over to her place. It's just down the way here. And she had just showered. Her hair was wet, and it started to sprinkle a little, like it was lightly raining. So we're all standing outside her little condominium, and yeah, well, you summarized it, but I was like, we love seeing you out and about. We know you're making Riva a wonderful place to live. Make Riva great again, and we really appreciate what you do and all this stuff. And she was super thankful. She
Yeah,
she said, "Oh, I usually get something from my neighbor around the corner, but this is something new." And I was like, "Oh, I thought she'd be showered presents."
she should be. The
Yeah,
woman deserves it.
yeah. And then she mentioned, so this is fascinating. She is going to Yolo County Superior Court in Woodland tomorrow because a resident of our condominium complex is suing the HOA board. And listen, we're nosy, okay? I hopped on Yolo County's.
Well, I wanted to ask her more questions about
Yeah,
this, but it started raining. Her
right.
hair was wet. She was also barefoot. So I was like, we need to let you get back inside.
Yeah, yeah.
I really wanted to push for more information because I want to know what's going on.
We've gotten hints here and there that there is drama between this resident and the HOA, but I didn't know it was resulting in legal action. It's small claims, so it's the award or the damages they're seeking is between $1,500 and $5,000. But there was no other information about what is actually uh, being like
Yeah, we hopped on the internet.
insert legal term here. I don't.
We hopped on the website, the
Yeah,
internet, and we tried to find.
there was no documents or
Yeah,
any legalese of what is actually the suit is about. But you need to figure that.
I'm gonna follow up.
Yeah, and she said,
She invited us to come tomorrow morning with
right.
her to the courthouse, and we were like, we got to work.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious to know more.
My gosh, so much. But yeah, KB, um, it warms my heart to think that she has uh, my weight bench in her garage doing like little lifts here and there. I didn't bring that up. I wanted to, but let the sleeping dogs lie. She's also responsible for putting metal roll-up doors in front of our condo mail, where all of our mailboxes are, because they kept getting broken into. So those metal roll-up doors you see in front of warehouses and like bodegas in New York City or whatever, they got some for the mailboxes. No break-ins since. Uh, really appreciate her, and yeah, she's a good person overall. Like our neighbors are cool. I mean, we're not fans of the here and D Squared's daughter. A little loud, little loud.
But they're not terrible even.
Right.
Like, they could be a lot worse.
Exactly. Exactly. And we're all quiet. We all keep to ourselves. We say hi. We're friendly.
I'm so pleased the with visiting of our neighbors this last 2 days. I feel like
Yeah.
we made a lot of strides. We like actually
Oh,
had real conversations for once.
huge progress.
We've just been waving hello to these people for the last few years, but we finally like engaged.
I know.
And I just hope that this is the start of something beautiful.
Last year we went all out on the card, like in terms of what we wrote in there.
Yeah.
But we dropped the breads off because we're cowards. But this year we went back to a few places 2 3 times um, to make sure to hand it to them.
Face-to-face handoff.
Yeah, IRL, none of this Zoom crap, and it's made a huge difference. I feel optimistic for the
I feel
future.
so neighborly and warm.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good time. So Christmas is happening, honey. Oh, your mom got me one present, three presents.
She got you a couple things.
You know what they are. She told you what they are.
Yeah.
I've asked you what they are. I said, give me the spoiler alert, and you refused to tell me.
Can't we have any surprises in life anymore?
No, no. Well, it's like when someone knows a twist in a movie, I'm like, just tell me.
What?
It's just a movie.
No, no. That ruins everything.
I know. I go back and forth. I'm like, tell me, tell me. Grab you by the shoulders. Tell me what your mom got me. And then I'm like, no, no, don't. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But I do not know what your mom got me. One thing is that when we do hang out with your family on Christmas, we're it's not a white elephant thing where you can steal gifts. I hate those because people's feelings really get hurt. And like my feelings have gotten hurt at those stupid.
Oh,
Like if I like a pair of mittens and I show that I'm into these pair of mittens, and then some idiot wants a mitten, so he steals them from me. Like that hurts my feelings.
oh,
Why
honey.
is that a thing? Why is being evil and greed a thing on frickin' Jesus's birthday? Gosh dang it! Glad we're not.
Yeah, we don't. That's not what my family does. We pick names out of a hat,
Yeah,
and then you just buy a gift for whoever's name you pick, which simplifies everything, and it's kind of fun too.
yeah.
And oop.
Okay, well, are we done, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're done. That's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for what? Ring camera, ring doorbell. I just read an article in Fast Company Inc. about the founder. And he's a fascinating dude. He went on Shark Tank. He didn't get a deal on Shark Tank, but he got enough publicity to where his his business increased hecka. Amazon bought it for 1.2 billion in 2017, 2018, and then they invited him back. Shark Tank invited him back. They were like, "Be a guest, whoever they are, investor, judge, or whatever." He went on there, and then he invested in a company in a small town in Missouri. He went to visit the company in a small town in Missouri, and he was taken by the town, which has had its better days. The town of 600, LaBelle, Missouri. Um, and he grew up in rural New Jersey. And it reminded him of his childhood. And he said, I saw my kids playing in a central park in the city with just random kids, and he just fell in love. He bought a dilapidated farmhouse, built a Mac Daddy house, but now he's investing. He's opened a coffee shop. He's building sidewalks. He's investing in businesses. He's bringing fancy Michelin chefs in for pop-up restaurants and all this stuff. It's madness. It's an inspirational tale, but then there's the backlash, honey, because there's some people in town who are like, "You're bringing your California ways to the Midwest," and then the other thing is that the company he invested in, it's called Moink, Moink. It's a meat subscription company. Starting price is $159 a month. So no one in this tiny town that's mostly poor can afford it. So there's also resentment there
Oh.
at a big tech guy and the few employees at this uh, subscription business that no one can afford in town. Oh, it's lots of drama, lots of drama. But I think his heart is in the right place. We don't have a promo code for Oink or Ring. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, we may not have given the here's a lemon blueberry loaf. Sorry.
Maybe next year, if
Maybe
you're
don't get
good all year long.
maybe don't get your marijuana smoke in our home. In our home, Elaine. But we're still good people, and I'm still a good person. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for caring. Hope you have a wonderful day /night. Bye bye.